paper to your ear. Can you hear your ancestors scream? Don't realize slave masters printed on your cream. Got you thinking value is measured by whips and cream around your neck. Got you sleep on methazine off Fiat Green. Can't even buy a bag of chips at the store without a piece of paper giving permission, but you ignore. Think you're free but nailed to the floor like hardwood. Washing his teeth until he took your grandmother's, but your hood. Shoot your own brother down before you aim at the police. Counting cash, acting like a boss with amnesia. Knocked over the head, you alive but you dead. Shallow grave is what they keep you in. The Jay-Z pledged to keep you there. Thought I'd share, can't say you wasn't warned. Take your mitten, your cinch, you jump in bushes of thorns. Your brother's dead, shot in the head. The next day you're back to the bread. The green mold got you off of your meds. If they took it all away, exactly what would define you? If that's all you're worth, wait till your ancestors find you. Recline you, say never mind you. While these boulders grind you into dust to remind you.
When the ancestors scream, face shape in the side of a mountain. When the ancestors scream, new earth, lava out the ground like a fountain. When the ancestors scream, true birth from the soul plane, the child return. When the ancestors scream, instead of hate we gotta love, so now we learn. Face shapes in the cloud you can clearly see. Hidden, forbidden archaeology. Pellet dancing in the midst of the fire sea. Silhouette, ancient mystery. It's in the blueprint. A law, the best planner. What's a national flag? That's a commerce banner. Mind your manners, spammer. Trolls and pack scammer. Go against the ancestor. Yo, it's a disaster. Then haste makes ways. Current ways of a nation. Put the black back in. A more conversation. The mace is a phase. Here to learn on this plane. When we reckon a lesson and then we graduate. When the ancestors scream. Face shape in the side of a mountain. When the ancestors scream, new earth, lava out the ground like a fountain. When the ancestors scream, true birth from the soul plane, the child return. When the ancestors scream, instead of hate we gotta love, so now we learn.
I heard the message and saw the marvelous light. Brighten up under beds and closets at night. Ancestral forces always sending messages, signs, or speak through me. Find a message in lines, get aware when unaware. You manifest fear, watching heads and eyes peek out the celestial tail, giving me signs from unexpected mediums. Voice of inhaled helium, not of gross bohemian. Dialectic Hegelian, some seem alien. Don't be fooled by the shape-shifting Romanian. Vampire stakes burned in garlic fires, or get wrapped up like orthodontic wires.
When the ancestors scream, face shape in the side of a mountain. When the ancestors scream, new earth, lava out the ground like a fountain. When the ancestors scream, true birth from the soul plane, the child return. When the ancestors scream, instead of hate we gotta love, so now we learn.
Hey yo, the Sandman is dead. My left hand holds his head. His magic dust turned red from the massive bloodshed. The masses put to bed. Yakub done tucked them in. Reconstructed timelines, fucked with points of origin. Our brethren still snoring. Adrenaline still pouring. Fills the chalice to the rim. Malice begets his grin till we hear her voice again. Hiram awaken amongst the affairs of men. Your rightful place must be taken. Forsake me not. No more shaking the clock, hitting snooze, rise, break the fast, sip the witch's brew. In addition to this mythical, metaphysical, delicious fruit, akin to breath, they scared to death to see the sandals on your feet, turban, fez back on your head, reversion in full effect, no coercion or duress. Knew the cousin of death still to the bedchamber you crept, guess slumber becomes you, so awake you when you're dead.
stay close to my sun, like Mercury and Venus, all in one, like democracy and Jesus. Pick anyone, it's still bloodshed. 7 days in a year, and you still in bed. 7 days in a circle, off with the head.
Hey yo, the Sandman is dead. My left hand holds his head. His magic dust turned red from the massive bloodshed. The masses put to bed. Yakub done tucked them in. Reconstructed timelines, fucked with points of origin. Our brethren still snoring. Adrenaline still pouring. Fills the chalice to the rim. Malice begets his grin till we hear her voice again. Hiram awaken amongst the affairs of men. Your rightful place must be taken. Forsake me not. No more shaking the clock, hitting snooze, rise, break the fast, sip the witch's brew. In addition to this mythical, metaphysical, delicious fruit, akin to breath, they scared to death to see the sandals on your feet, turban, fez back on your head, reversion in full effect, no coercion or duress. Knew the cousin of death still to the bedchamber you crept, guess slumber becomes you, so I'll wake you when you're dead.
I stay close to my sun, like Mercury and Venus, all in one, like democracy and Jesus. Pick anyone, it's still bloodshed. 7 days in a year, and you still in bed. 7 days in a circle, off with the head. 77 days, now Satan's dead. Mackenzie L manifest meds. A seed of Allah, so my heart is fed. Uber driver said you're a Moor from Maghreb. Colorable law has blacks misled. Eating up the crumbs, leaving out the bread. Looking like Truman, pillows and spreads. Yeti is a child, the elder said. Julie is riding, catch me on the pegs. Purity of love, or streets of desire. Higher and lower, both are required. Resolution through the soul, the body is tired. Morally, shadow of a dream. Endangering your higher for the low self-esteem. While a man seeks for the evil that deeds.
Drew Ali told Moors they sleep too much, fat and lazy, toxic, obnoxious and crazy. Give your head a shake, wake and study is my bake. Thoughts so distorted, mind's out of shape, dreaming and drooling. Wake up with dry spit on your face, cake. Eye boogers in your eye corners, morning breath has taste. Sleeping for 100 years, now you wanna debate. Lost your vast estate for crumbs on the plate, sleepy Moors.
My ID don't expire, my legs don't tire. Vibration getting higher, my soul is on fire. With the holy zeal, how I feel. Unstoppable agent should just retire. I'm from the empire.
No matter what you say,
I'm from the empire.
L's, Bays, Al's, Ali's, and Days.
I'm from the empire. Drew Ali brought the truth, you a liar. That's why you gotta plot, scheme, and conspire.
Energy likes to flow, don't dam it up. Keep growing, let them hate and get mad at us. They ain't really had enough. So the truth we keep hammering till it's a part of every part and there's no more battling. No more denying who you really are. Imagine if there were no mores denying who they really are. A Lodio, no rentors. Hire yourself the mentor. Dirty Moors and temptors. Caveat emptor. When I look below, I see the road where schemes work. Where traitors grin, where the culprits and the fiends lurk. What it seems first might not be what it is. View the world through the pineal, not your other lids. Now you know just what it is. There's no hiding in the age of Aquarius. Various truths now known to the average man, and I'm glad it is. A fake life ain't what I'm with. Support the real, not the fraudulent. Facts are non-debatable. This is not an argument. And why they say I'm not going back and forth with you? All combos are back and forth, so what's the issue? You need some tissue for your crybaby ways. I'm from the empire, not a slave. I'm amazed how many people in denial to this day refuse to turn away from the path that leads straight to the grave. I'm from the empire.
Don't inspire, my legs don't tire. Vibration getting higher, my soul is on fire. With the holy zeal, how I feel. Unstoppable age, you should just retire. I'm from the empire.
No matter what you say,
I'm from the empire.
L's, Bays, Al's, Ali's, and Days.
I'm from the empire. Drew Ali, brought the truth, you a liar. That's why you gotta plot, scheme, and conspire.
Yeah, road tax, income tax, inheritance tax, low interest value added tax, and add more tax on top of that. They picking straws like these lotto max. Legalese by these legal T's. You be catching feelings, paying all these fees. Naturally, commonly, the law applies to humanity without a loss or injury. Shawshank, we free. Psychotherapy publication, RV. The more price you don't like, you must be crazy. Sell me out and call it brotherly. 20,000, I be talking Philly. That's why Julie told you to study. Cause niggas love money. So buyers beware, package sellers. 9 feathers, L's and Bays. They come in all shapes and forms with agent ways. What you paying for? A star in the moon. Pyramid, compass 2 trinities and 3 threes. You pay for Islam when that's free. It's who I am, evergreen. Repping everlasting life. They channeling my energy over candlelight. Pentagon, 5 points, ignite. The empire strikes.
My D don't inspire, my legs don't tire. Vibration getting higher, my soul is on fire. With the holy zeal, how I feel. Unstoppable age, you should just retire. I'm from the empire.
No matter what you say,
I'm from the empire.
L's, Bays, Al's, Ali's, and Days.
I'm from the empire. Drew Ali, brought the truth, you a liar. That's why you gotta plot, scheme, and conspire.
Then we burn fire, tie up traitors, cut off tongues of liars, start power, make them cower and raise flames higher. Burn to crisp dirty Moors, and opportunist scheming. Have you not mastered fruition, just believing? Have you in Balenciaga, not a duality? Our empire bumps wild hellfire and duality. Fezzes or turbans, with no shrine of symbols, or tuck tassels. Nobles, not vassals. Temples are castles. Scimitars are moon phases. Lions roam, birds sing from no cages. Ageless, elders with the staff, purple amethyst round tables. The day's order, nationality, no false labels. Shadow in their stables, felt for myths and fables. Disconnected, no energy through Allah's cables. Missing the message that's hidden in questions. Have no regrets in life, just learn lessons. Turn curses into blessings, not blessings. In public, stay private, keep them guessing. Ceilings like the heavens, as foreigners obsess our possessions. When given our sacred resins, judicial confessions bring up reflections of past life aggressions. Ancient royalty had processions and no depressions. His quest for knowledge made mental health flourish and told me never deny that my empire is Moorish.
My D don't inspire, my legs don't tire. Vibration getting higher, my soul is on fire. With the holy zeal, how I feel. Unstoppable age, you should just retire. I'm from the empire.
No matter what you say,
I'm from the empire.
L's, Bays, Al's, Ali's, and Days.
I'm from the empire. Drew Ali, brought the truth, you a liar. That's why you gotta plot, scheme, and conspire.
Yo. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. Yo, bringing forth light through the dark. That's the first thing that Drew Ali taught. You're a divine being, can't be sold, no be bought. Like a stock, all caps like a corporation. You're a star off the charts from the constellations. This is serious, B. We gotta save a nation. No procrastination. Pick up the GS and Tash Tariku teaches. Knowledge itself, not paperwork, gon' free us. Rotten never, I'm in the real metal, little purist. And a email bait, one of the truest to ever do this. Middle finger to you conscious fucks that turned Judas. Criminal minded, took a lifetime to kill this. The lies of my eye, that's what the wisdom of the womb is. The wisdom of the womb is what the ultimate truth is. The chorus watching your actions, don't care who you this. My nectar is peace, Islam like a Buddhist.
10 laws, 5 principles to eliminate the flaws, align the individual. This is effect of the cause, complex but so simple. Take a pause, take in the instrumental. Things coincide, nothing coincidental. No mistakes, nothing accidental. Occupy the space, we call it the temple. Open up the safe, give them what's essential. If they violate, fingernails and the dentals ain't leaving no trace. Elements are fundamentals. Apply the law of attraction. What you do has an opposite or equal reaction. The end set plans ain't shit without actions.
Laws, 5 principles, these articles. Really I'm standing, laws cancelable, immutable, and all constitutional by law. These laws, 5 principles, 10 articles, enforceable, this official, so official, and all constitutional. Black's law, single prints, my seal be my thumb fingerprint. Red ink stamp, shut down the Big Bang. 10 plus 7 articles, that's it, man. A dumb don't get it, the sun gon' set, gon' be a big bang. I'm more beautiful, that's a good thing. God has a trust, y'all want a buck? Call for some red shoes, y'all want a blessed fool with a hood wing. Make the skin cherry leather, trying to be something you can never. Black's dead necro, I'm a full of life spectrum. Whistleblower, lot of prana, that before the sauna. You're not a man, you an iguana. Who said we're not in Africa? Look up, Gunzwana. But dunce wanna cuss, met them guanya. Learn your unalienables. Tell you more, but it's unbelievable.
We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible.
Principles, get your conduct straight, crocodile back. Divine law violators won't give a smile back, much less a nod. When I hail up, they screw face up. So dead like Harvey has their 2 faces up. Trust less, cause trust more is left for worthy. No principles but justice, Baltimore's that's dirty. Planes correspond from matter to energy. Swimming in the sub-realms for mental and spirit affinity. Vibrate and cause light and heat magneticity. From the lower mind to the higher mind, breast simplicity. The rules, the capacity for pain and pleasure is so balanced. You can cause an imbalance. Never, y'all taking chances on rappers. I move with law and order. Outside and independent of all is chaos, disorder. Cause the root of everything that happens or doesn't. Deny an effect means the law is repugnant. Elevation stunted, even drunk or blunted. Will have you misdirected by the false pundits. Trying to hit a grand slam when you should have bunted. Spiritual abundance keeps demons dungeon.
That spooky shit's not mystical. The boogeyman you fear is invisible. The cookie that you smoke's not original. The pussy said this stroking is minuscule. The God in the flesh, indivisible for now. That's why it's called individual. Can't divide the two and this God's a criminal. Y'all about, but I'm cynical. Invincible among bare minimals, maximizing 10 laws, 5 principles. That's the guy that comes with no shittable, no fucks, facts around facts, centrifugal, mass reach a critical, peeling the pineal, back reach the pinnacle, sealing the deal with no ceiling, no flow, while I ridicule the charming snakes that limit you and christen you.
We live by 10 laws, 5 principles, initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles, one nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles, initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles, one nation, one God, indivisible.
This is all 9 lives, synchronized in perfect step, time after time, averting certain death before you leave. Must relieve karmic debt, which beget this war within us. C-Tech best, dust off records, our forebearers left. Put the needle to the groove, return to their mindset. Download begins, rewind cassette. Time is death, so then kill your clocks. This the will of Allah, filling you all to the rim, and then some till it spills and it falls over all facets of the masses. Transactions composed in maxims, revising your cannons. Drove past heaven, it was littered with abandoned mansions where adverse possessed like 5 or 6. Gave them back the addresses. I got family moving in. Forget the madness, let the reversion begin.
True Ali the mastermind, other leaders asinine. Never dropping facts, use emotions to pass the time. Never make it on my shrine, Kundalini up the spine. Halo glow to aftershoine, make you see the sign of times. Beeline to bloodline, Aquarian age flood mines. Rhyme like a plumb line, sometimes it's bun time. Rock mid-range deadly, all around the foul line. Playback on front line, Moorish is my guideline. Step and cause a fault line, throw your service offline. Watch them get outshine, cross me like a state line, get cut like a break line. F you and your concubine, strangle with a fishing line. When I help is genuine, always from the heart, all chakras are intertwined. Self you must redefine, more from the civil line, not the clandestine. Stake a vamp at chest line, sun stay stationary, shadow left behind. Say you don't want to, not that you have no sign. See good in everything and how you must train the mind. Give out some love and find peace sublime. Water and the key lime keeps the body alkaline. Law should remain divine, not too much maritime. Get all 13 journals of the Moorish paradigm. Israelites from Sarah line, my path is the narrow line. Thought you had the upper hand, I saw it like a tarot line.
I'm painting with the big P in game 6. Unity about as crucial as game 6 of the finals. I'm glowing like I won a title, but Ellen Beta noble titles. Don't worship humans, that's a false idol. Heavenly vibes coming from my recital. Middle fingers to connivers and instigators. The truth to revive you like the liberators. So this a pump to the chest. Utilize what's useful and throw away the rest. My vegan ways have put the beef to rest. My calling got directed like receptionist. So think mother every time you see a crest. The Moors is here to put that bullshit to rest. So think mother every time you see a crest. The Moors is here to bring that bullshit to rest.
When I step in the center, they can tell I'm a winner, live my life right. Thank God, I'm not a sinner, live my life like I'm passing through time. Disastrous crimes, you killing up my people, I'm asking you back, that's why. You feeling the energy rise, because we open the eyes, we see the open skies and all them cop picking lies. That's how I battle enemies, I be using my energy. I move like the centipede, in the mirror see tending me. Pay attention to tendencies, trying to mess up the chemistry. We can be one big family. I do it for the nation. How many gon' stand with me? I got the prophet up front and you're mad at me. Can't love a man that look like you, but it's sad to see. I'm just acting like the children watching, and it has to be. Nationality got me feeling like a dad to beat. Grass sheep provide the beat, and I just have to bring the heat. Khalifa society, Canaanland Moors, Moorish connection, rise of the Moors.
Great change on your planet ever been created by anyone who wasn't crazy. Who didn't go against the grain of the norm? The answer
Very
is
good
no.
point. Yeah, good point.
Thank you. So why not join the club and be crazy? It's a nice club to be in. Then you will simply gravitate to and attract to you people of the same kind of crazy. And then when you are in a community of people who are all the same kind of crazy, you won't be crazy. You'll be normal. Has any great change on your planet ever been created by anyone who wasn't crazy? Who didn't go against the grain of the norm? The answer
Very
is
good
no.
point. Yeah, good point.
Thank you. So why not join the club and be crazy? It's a nice club to be in. Then you will simply gravitate to and attract to you people of the same kind of crazy. And then when you are in a community of people who are all the same kind of crazy, you won't be crazy.
When you look on the back of the dollar bill, you see there's two seals here. This is the only nation with a two-sided seal. This seal you see here with the pyramid is the seal of our ancestors and our federal government that we had set up in here in this hemisphere going way back. This is the seal of the 6 European tribes that we allowed to set up here. That is why above our seal says annual correctus. He had favored our undertaking. I mean, it was our federal government here that was already established, what they call Iroquois Confederacy, so on and so forth, was already established that taught them the science of government and allowed them to set up here. And you see this flag has 6 white stripes and 7 red. And the elders taught us that those 6 white stripes stand for the British, the Irish, the Scottish, the French, the Dutch, and the German. 6 European tribes that we allowed to set up here. And all they had initially was the eastern seaboard. The rest was ours. The elders also taught us some things. Now, I know this is going to sound crazy, but do the research and you're going to be surprised at what you find. The elders told us that the original Nile was here. Old man Mississippi, the Missouri being the blue and the Ohio being the white. Until this day, where them two come together, there's a city there called Cairo to this day. And that area is called Little Egypt. Then you go down into what the elders taught us was Alabama, so on and so forth, being Lower Egypt. Then you get into Memphis, Tennessee, the Memphite theology. Kentucky, King Tut. And then you start to look a little further, and then you find out that there was an archaeological cover-up involving the Smithsonian Institute. When you look on the back of the dollar bill, you see there's 2 seals here. This is the only nation with a 2-sided seal. This seal you see here with the pyramid is the seal of our ancestors and our federal government that we had set up in here in this hemisphere going way back. This is the seal of the 6 European tribes that we allowed to set up here. That is why above our seal says annual correctus. He had favored our undertaking. I mean, it was our federal government here that was already established, what they call Iroquois Confederacy, so on and so forth, was already established that taught them the science of government and allowed them to set up here. And you see this flag has 6 white stripes and 7 red. And the elders taught us that those 6 white stripes stand for the British, the Irish, the Scottish, the French, the Dutch, and the German. 6 European tribes that we allowed to set up here. And all they had initially was the eastern seaboard. The rest was ours. The elders also taught us some things. Now, I know this is going to sound crazy, but do the research and you're going to be surprised at what you find. The elders told us that the original Nile was here. Old man Mississippi, the Missouri being the blue and the Ohio being the white. Until this day, where them two come together, there's a city there called Cairo to this day. And that area is called Little Egypt. Then you go down into what the elders taught us was Alabama, so on and so forth, being Lower Egypt. Then you get into Memphis, Tennessee, the Memphite theology. Kentucky, King Tut. And then you start to look a little further, and then you find out that there was an archaeological cover-up involving the Smithsonian Institute. When you look on the back of the dollar bill, you see there's 2 seals here. This is the only nation with a 2-sided seal. This seal you see here with the pyramid is the seal of our ancestors and our federal government that we had set up in here in this hemisphere going way back.
Islam, Moors, honors to all the Moors worldwide. Supreme honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's why they don't want you to know about the Moorish. That's why. But once you reconnect
to being the beneficiary of the vast estate, the Moroccan Empire, you're next in line. You're next in line. But you're only getting as Moors, though. Don't think you're getting anything as any Negroes out here. So honors to all the Moors worldwide who know who they are, proclaimed who they are. However you did it, whatever. Or you're dirty and all that stuff, whatever. You're LB and all that stuff. You know about your nationality? All right. You do whatever you're gonna do, but you're gonna do it anyways. Right? Surprise the prophet if a Moor would do right. Would be surprised. So honors to all the Moors, all the ones who went through the whatever and came out the other end still Moors, still a Moor, and nothing's changing. Honors to you. This is yours over here. But you're only gonna get it going through the doors that Drew Ali left open for you. You can't backdoor. You can't backdoor this. It doesn't work like that. You're next in line. You're only getting it as Moors, though. You're not getting it as anything else. You're only becoming a beneficiary to the vast estate through Moorish nationality. And then what you should be going to do is go research the cover-up by the Smithsonian Institute. And why are they stopping you from realizing that over here is North Africa? Why don't they want you to know over here is North Africa? Well, I told you Africa over there. Never do they tell you Africa over here. Never. So when you read Noble Jolly stuff and talk about African descendants and all that stuff, where you think when he says Africa, where do you think he's talking about? You think he's talking about over there? If Cairo and all that and the Mississippi is the Nile and all that stuff, then that means that's over here history that he's talking about in the Holy Quran. He's talking over there. Because across the great Atlantis means over here too. Isn't that obvious? One vast empire. Oh yeah, and we're going to be on NYP tonight talking about the Moorish Empire. So get the word out to all the Moor doubter whoever's. Right? We're just going to give them a little something tonight, 8 p.m. NYP Talk Show. Make sure you hit the bell so you know when it goes live. You know, let's talk about this Moorish Empire that everybody's debating about whether it exists and all types of BS. Why? But don't worry, we'll deal with that tonight. So, remember, Africa's over here as well. We're not saying there's no Africa over there. We're saying if you're going to tell me they brought you from Africa to America on a ship, then that was on the Mississippi. There ain't no way that these people are doing this stuff across the Atlantic Ocean. It doesn't make sense. Only water they could do that with is Mississippi. That makes sense. So that's the only way. And then if over here is over there, then that means that this was actually a trade route. It wasn't just some slavery, whatever. Everything was going up and down the Mississippi. If over here is just like Egypt and there's pyramids over here and all that, why is it so hard to accept these two civilizations in two different hemispheres happening at the same time? Why you think over there is first? As if over here has no 50 billion year carbon dating or whatever. And they don't know that stuff's been over here. So this is about where it's at. And those who've already made it, honors to you. Because at least a dirty Moor knows he's a Moor. He's not stateless. At least he's not stateless talking crazy about Noble Drew Ali and Moors and all that. At least he proclaimed his nationality. The ones who are on the fence and all that, they don't know and whatever, wasting time. There's probably two of those people that we need to get to make this thing better. Two people over there. If you could pick two people over there to say, if they become part of the Moorish movement, we have everything that we would ever need for 20, 30 generations. If you had two people to pick. Okay, so that's how easy it is. That stuff could be done tomorrow. But it's the two in the back. The two that aren't looking in your direction. Who are hearing with their heart and their ears. They're hearing the call. They don't really know, but they're hearing the call. They're hearing the call. We'll help you out. We'll do you a favor. Put you onto some game. Right. Okay. So Q&A Wednesday on a Thursday. Got a couple more emails from yesterday, so we're just gonna give a little bit more because still not sure yet if these are actual questions or, playing like they don't get it or something. So we're gonna stress the point again. Stress the point again. Is the Supreme Court from Article 3 under the Eagle Constitution? If so, does this mean we aren't supposed to be using their Supreme Court decisions? The Supreme Court decisions being used are, again, to show them in their own stuff. That's nothing to do with me. I care less about Supreme Court. But if they say they recognize this, okay, well, here's something from this. So you could see that what Moors are saying is right and exact. That's not my stuff. Stare decisis. Supreme Court case isn't one of my reference points that's their stuff to use against them. That's why you're enforcing it. Because if they're saying that the Supreme Court is the law and it's supreme, then every case that goes through there should be automatically used in every lower court as precedent. Oh, but it's not. How come? Because the lower courts are fraud. And in that democratic jurisdiction, all you're going to be dealing with is color. So what you do right doesn't matter because it's going to be in color. What's color stays color. Which is why the best thing is to live by the principles so you don't have to deal with these people. Right? Eliminate them from you having to engage them for whatever. And that's what it is, being on the frequency. But the reference point of the Supreme Court cases, of course, use it to show these people that in their own stuff. I'm not using it because it's my stuff. That's already enforced by them. I don't have to reinforce what's enforced already. I'm just showing you, hey, this case right here says you can't give tickets. Now, don't get mad at me because I'm not dumb nigger and I study and I read, so I can present this for the record. And whatever it is that you're dealing with those people, that's what the stare decisis is for. And it's from the Supreme Court, which is their stuff. The Supreme Court has nothing to do with the Moors, other than they stole our building. Somebody's mansion they took and made it a Supreme Court. And that wasn't a court before. That was somebody's house. That was somebody's domicile. And they stole in their colonization, made it their building for whatever. And so the Supreme Court isn't Moorish. That the Moors have something to do with that. No, that's not our stuff. That's their stuff. That's their Supreme Court. You build that? You registered that? You did so? You have any judges in there? Stop the dumb stuff. Isn't that yours? You're claiming a Supreme Court. What are you doing? How about claim those 50 abandoned schools over there so Moors could have schools? How about that? You're not going to do that? You're not going to use all that paperwork to go do that? You're going to claim some mansion over here? Well, you just use that paperwork to work so well, and then go claim some of these abandoned whatevers, and then use the discharge whatever to get the tractors and all that, and build some stuff for the Moors. If it's like that. Oh, obviously it's not like that because they're not doing that. So get all that BS out of your head. But how this thing's going to be solved? Stop trying to find your way. Drew Ali already showed us what we have to do. Already laid it down for us. You know, a lot of people like to learn the hard way. They love pain. People love pain. Do you have a problem with Moors outside of the temple? No. Once they're living by the principles and all that. I give a hell if they're in the temple or not. They living by the principles. They honor Noble Drew Ali and all that. They live by the Holy Covenant. Those are things outside the temple. Holy Covenant that's not a temple thing. That's a nation thing. Holy Covenant. The Holy Quran of the Moor Science Temple of America is for Moors. And anybody else who wants to know about the 18 years of Jesus and their prophet Noble Drew Ali. So I have no issues with Moors outside the temple. Now, Moors outside the temple that are doing BS, yeah, I'll have an issue with them. Because they're not even part of the temple. So why they doing BS? Just shut the hell up and go over there in your corner. You know, if you're gonna be saying something, you might as well be part of a temple. How do you not be part of a temple and then saying something? Is that truth? If the answer is yes, I have a problem with Moors outside of the temple, then why are you an RVB Publications advocate? Yeah, so like we said, the ones who are doing BS outside of the temple, yes, we have issues with them. But the Moors outside of the temple that are doing good work for the Moorish nation, I have no issues with them. What issues I have with those Moors? Because they're not in the temple, I have issues with them? No, that's dumb. Do you think Moors who keep their names, they were born sellouts? No, I don't think the name makes you a sellout. It's the actions that make you a sellout. So if your actions are matching the slave name, then you know if you're doing BS and you're saying Frederick Jones L. then you know that because they're supposed to have, if they've been in this 10 years, 15 years, they're supposed to be graduated to a free name. This should be a name that, you shouldn't still be in that place of that. Now there's Moors who are doing everything even under that name, with the quote unquote European name with the L on it. There's Moors who have that they're doing exactly what Moors with a free name are doing, which lets you know that it's grander than the free name or the slave name. It's really about the title. Are you El, Bey, De, Al, or Ali? Once you're that, you're good to go. Put anything on that. That's about the title. But you know that, words are power. So what you call yourself, you want to make sure that it's something that's really resonating with you. That it's really up to you. It's your stuff. Somebody can't tell you to use whatever name. Like, that's yours. You're gonna call yourself, Bay L. You know what that is. That's for you. Not the literal dots. I'm saying, like, whatever you put there. Right. And again, it's all about the actions. There's people with free names that they do BS. They do BS too. The free name, whoever's aren't exempt because they got free name, they do BS too. Why would you allow Malik Yusuf Bey to call those who went that route all sorts of names in violation of Act 3? No, you can go talk to Malik yourself. He got IG and all that stuff, but you got an email as if people don't have a right to free speech. People have a right to free speech. You're talking about enforcing constitutions and all that, right? So if people have a right to free speech, then, you have a right to listen or not listen. And then if you're going to listen and then not take the critique or, have an issue with it, then you would go to the source. Because see, if you go to the source, you're going to have to either yield or get the same thing that you got on the thing because you're talking BS. So it's not about somebody allowing somebody to say something or do something or whatever. Everybody has, this is their birthright. They do what they want with this. Right? Well, what's the violation? If the competence level doesn't match, right? Now there's Moors who they have free national name. What's free national name? Johnson L. They can tell you what the Johnson is and how it's connected and then putting the L on it. They'll be able to do that. Does that mean that they're a sellout? No. That doesn't mean that. But everybody has their right to think how they want to think. Right? It's not a debatable. Because it's that individual's name. They could call themselves whatever they want. That's up to them. It has nothing to do with anybody else. The only time it has to do with somebody else is when they're giving it to somebody. Whoever it is. Other than that, that's their own. Probably about the only thing that you really own that's yours. Mhm. So, allowing. Why would Noble Drew Ali say he's born in the state of North Carolina if there's no such thing as a North Carolina landmass? Because he's talking to people where they are. He didn't say we're not African American. He said state of Illinois when he's registering. So like remember up to 1913, you're still talking place was under colonization. We were just doing for ourselves. We didn't need them people. We need their government. If we're the Indians, what we need the United States government for? If we're the natives and we're the tribes, then the United States has absolutely nothing to do with us. No, nothing. Republic, none of that. Right? Because we're indigenous. We're concerned with them. So by the time Noble Drew Ali's ready to set up shop in Chicago, right, so late 1920s, our people were leading the charge there. Our people were running everything. This is late 1920s. We're just on Chicago only. So all these other people around that are running things, what do you think they are? U.S. citizens? Or are they indigenous too? Because all that U.S. stuff, which includes Canada, is modern European. You're still, because remember, it was civic and then it went religious because people were religious. You're not going to teach civics to religious people. Wasting your time. So meet the people where they're at. Have a sub corporation, Moor Science Temple, that's religious. So we get these people who are into their religion, whatever. We got Jesus right here, and they'll come running just because it's Jesus. You think they're not going to come running? You've been reading Bible or whatever and then somebody tells you, hey, we got 18 years of Jesus' life that they never told you. Do you think they're not coming running? He met everybody where they were at. He was born in the state of North Carolina. That's just a reference point. So he's from here. From Africa. Then come over here on a slave ship. There's no way that his uncle is going against the United States. So they're trying to steal land. His uncle. And then he's popping up about he's from Africa. Absolute hypocrisy. But it's the state of North Carolina, where they say North Carolina State North Carolina Republic, the original name of what it is, regardless of what you say. The point is, it's over here. And this is not supposed to be compared to any back to Africa BS. It's not even supposed to be compared to it. So the point of the matter is being born on this side. If anybody says North Carolina, you know where that's at. Whether it's the state of, whether it's the North Carolina state, whether it's the county of North Carolina, whether it's everybody knows that's over here. There's not going to be a dispute that it's over here. These are the subtle points that he's making with things that he's saying that people blow past because they're looking at the wrong stuff. You look at why would he say state of North Carolina? And then you're going into this realm of a state of versus the republic versus, and then you're confused because why would Noble Drew Ali? It's because he's over here. He's talking to people who were on that level. He also said a maxim in the work, didn't he? Didn't he say a maxim as well? He said a maxim. Well, did you see a maxim everywhere? No, you didn't. Because it's put there for people who are on a certain level. Everybody has their place. Because everybody is on a different state, a different level of sleep. He did a number on us to get us where we are. We're not just how we are because, yesterday. These people put in work to put us to sleep. So we don't know these truths about our nationality, our birthrights, and how this really supposed to be going. Right. It's not too hard. Right. And then you could even go into, did it say North Carolina in all caps? It didn't. Say state in all caps? No, it didn't. So could it just be writing for the language that was being spoken at that time? And just state of North Carolina. That's in the jurisdiction geographically of the United States of America. That there's a southern and a central and a north. It's not, you don't have to look deep for stuff all the time. Sometimes it's just what it is. Sometimes it's just what it is. You going further, you can if you want to. Yeah. But always remember, never forget. Never forget that Noble Drew Ali presented from many different levels of thinking. He came for everybody. If he told you everything, you'll go back to sleep. And then he'll tell you things that turn your brain to water. So he presented for everybody. wherever they're at, there's a folder for them on the things that they need to get this. So this makes absolute sense to them, and they can take this and be a benefit to their nation, just like every other civilized human being. So don't forget, we're live at 8 p.m. on NYP Talk Show. And don't forget, honors to Noble Drew Ali. Honors to Noble Drew Ali. We're going to be giving him his honors at the 15th annual. Honors to Brother Sheldon L. for the flyer. Grand Chief Nature Al Bay, Brother Sutton Ra Bay, Drew Ali Day, January 11th. It's gonna be all right. We're over at the Steelworkers Hall again, 25 Cecil Street. So, bring your questions and whatever else will be there. Honors to the caterers. Honors to all the Moors who've been supporting. All the Moors. We've been here for 15 years because of you. So give yourself a back tap. Honors. Honors. All the Moors in the chat. Love and peace. Tell a friend. 8 p.m. NYP Talk Show YouTube. We'll be there talking about the Moorish Empire. Moorish Empire. Honors to Noble Drew Ali. Supreme honors to Noble Drew Ali. Islam Moors.